Hello brothers, welcome to the first in a series of video episodes for the Southeast region of Alpha Kappa Psi. These videos are being presented as support to try to help answer frequently asked questions, introduce you to other brothers, help educate you about our business fraternity, and help you with professional development. If you have any questions that you would like answered, please leave them in the comments below, and we will try to answer the best question, or maybe even the next best question as well, in the next installment. So what can you expect from today's episode? Well, we want to talk a little bit about Rush Week. Some of you have already had Rush Week, and a few of you still have Rush Week coming up. We want to answer the question about how checks and balances work between the chapter and the executive board. And we want to take a moment to honor a brother who's no longer with us, and maybe even a cameo appearance from an AKPsi celebrity. You'll have to watch to see who it is. For most chapters, Rush Week is here, and I'd like to think of this as perhaps the most important time of the semester. This is where we get to concentrate on one of the most important objects of Alpha Kappa Psi, to educate the public to appreciate and demand higher ideals. It is now time for you to put all the things you have been learning in AKPsi to work. Most importantly, the ability to network with others and sell the benefits of why helping a pledge become a brother of our fraternity can be a benefit to everyone on your campus. So who should you be talking to? Should you limit yourself to just one college or just business students? If you did limit yourself, how many future business leaders would miss an opportunity to learn about our core values? Remember that businesses come in many different forms, and every individual pursuing any major in college has the potential to someday be a business leader and owner. Remember, if we are shaping people and shaping business, we have to educate everyone equally on the benefits of principled business leadership. The more pledges we bring into the pledge program, the more people we are teaching to be ethical and practice integrity in their daily lives.
The one thing I like about Alpha Kappa Psi is our core values, brotherhood, leadership, unity, education, and knowledge. Those core values are absolutely valid as far as they're things that everyone says, yes, I want to have integrity. You know, you want to have leadership, you want to have some sort of unity, you want to have some knowledge. Those are all items I think that, you have some core values.
I had a question this week from an executive board member about checks and balances. Jason, the Master of Rituals at the New Chi chapter at the University of Central Florida, asked, what should the chapter do if the executive board makes a decision that the chapter doesn't approve of? And also, what kind of authority does the executive board have to make these decisions? So let's take the last question first. The executive board is the elected leadership of the chapter, with the authority given by the brothers to make decisions on a day-to-day basis, so long as those decisions do not conflict with the Constitution, statutory code, Board of Directors statement of policy, and the chapter bylaws. These governing documents are the written policies of the fraternity and cannot be changed without proper procedures being followed. The chapter has the ability to modify the bylaws with a supermajority of the brotherhood, so long as the changes do not conflict with the Constitution, statutory code, and Board of Directors statement of policy. But what if the executive board votes to do something that is within their power and the chapter doesn't like the decision? Should the chapter change the bylaws? That would be a pretty drastic measure. I usually advise against making bylaw changes in most instances just to control what the exec board does. Instead, I recommend a simple solution. Someone needs to stand and be recognized during new business and make a motion to do something better. Notice I didn't say stop the executive board, I said doing something better. If you don't like something, you shouldn't just stop it cold. You should instead be ready to suggest an alternative and improve on whatever is being recommended. After all, a principled business leader doesn't just complain. A principled business leader makes recommendations to help improve the success of the business.
I think for me, one of the most profound things that I love about this organization is that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships. And one of the things that AKPsi is really just very strongly embedded into me is that there's a trust factor. When I meet a brother, I know that I can trust them. And what I mean by that is, 11 years ago, for example, someone saw something in me that they believed in, and they thought that I had characteristics of a leadership, and they encouraged me to pursue things that I probably would never have pursued on my own. So there's that trust that, from a gut perspective, they believed in me. And when someone believes in you, that is just, the magnitude of that is just unbelievable. And then you can do incredible things with it.
So I'd like to take just a moment to remember a brother of Alpha Kappa Psi. Joshua Bush this week passed away, a brother at Emory University. He pledged in 2009, and the brothers of Emory will miss him dearly. Please take a moment this week in your chapter meeting to remember Josh Bush with a moment of silence.